As you can see right here, North Avenue is 6 lanes with turn lanes on each side and the ability to do U-turns on the median. This is a main arterial road that cuts into the Central DuPage submarket, providing access to 355 from Carroll Stream and the bulk of the industrial product there. Originally, North Avenue was where a lot of the buildings were built in the 1960s. As an example, you can see that building over there. I think that's 1970s construction. A lot of companies built relatively small buildings on large land sites. And then Carroll Stream was developed from south to north. As we move a little bit further here to St. Paul Boulevard, you'll be able to see some buildings that were built in the 80s. And this just represents the natural progression as we head north in Carroll Stream. Typically what you see is the product being developed on the periphery or in places that maybe weren't ideal previously in different market cycles, and now because of the lack of spaces that make sense, you'll see developers wanting to develop on those parcels. What's interesting about that is that the new developments that are occurring in Carroll Stream are occurring on the old land sites because you have to go so far out now to find development sites to be able to build brand new, functionally modern buildings. So some of the older buildings have been torn down along North Avenue. They're redeveloped into a way that is functional for modern users. What's nice about that is that these sites are also the best located, and they're located right next to the transportation arteries. So this building is 381,600 square feet. It was a former metal panel building that was located here. Dermody Properties purchased the land site, which is about 25 acres, demolished the old building, and provided access to Phillips Court. St. Charles is the boundary of the western side of the North Avenue corridor. What we're seeing is a lot more development between Gary Avenue and here, and I anticipate, just because of the lack of land in the main bulk of the industrial park of Carroll Stream, that you're going to see a lot more development out in these areas that are just now getting incorporated into either Winfield or Carroll Stream. We're about a quarter of a mile from the I-355 entrance, and Duke has acquired parcels in here. As you can see, there's a lot of smaller little pieces and buildings that have been aggregated so they can knock them all down and build a nice, modern, precast facility. If you're doing distribution to the metropolitan Chicago area, Central DuPage is definitely a great location for you.